Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that helps you leverage conflict to master your leadership and communication skills to live your best life. Hey, hope you're doing great today. So I got to tell you this story about what I discovered on my run the other morning. I went out to try to run my 5K in under 30 minutes, and that would be quite an accomplishment for me because I haven't been under 30 minutes in a long time. Early on in the run, I noticed that something was in my left shoe. It felt like a small pebble or something, and it was kind of irritating my heel a bit. However, it wasn't bothering me all that bad, and I was making some great time. The first mile, I clocked in at 9:45, and that was about 2 or 3 minutes lower than my normal pace had been. So I just didn't want to stop and have my heart rate go down and my time be delayed. As I ran, I couldn't take my mind off of this stinking little pebble, though, or whatever it was, and I was making great time. My pace was even getting better the further I ran, but I could feel my heel getting irritated. The last mile, man, was terrible, and I was wore out. My pace went through the roof, and I was nowhere near the 30-minute mark as I finished. As soon as I finished, I sat down and I removed my shoe and didn't see anything. Nothing was there. This got me to thinking about why my time had been so bad. And I knew, looking back, that I just should have stopped and removed whatever was in my shoe. But I was focused on my time and the finish line. I was focused on how long it would take me to complete the 3.1 miles. And I wasn't focused on how far I could go. You see, the overall goal of my running isn't to break my personal time records. My overall goal is to run a lot of miles till the end of my life in order to stay in shape. I want to run a lot more miles for a lot more years. As a leader, we need to have that kind of focus when it comes to our personal development. My mentor, John C. Maxwell, calls this growth with a timeline versus growth without a finish line. And he says that we need to focus on how far we can go and how far people can go, for that matter, instead of how long it'll take us to get there. When we don't establish a finish line, man, there's just no limit to how much we can grow and how far we can go. When you begin to focus on how far you and your team can go, your productivity is bound to increase because you are continuously improving and moving forward. Today's challenge is to figure out what little things you can take care of today to improve how far you can go. Is there anything slowing you down, like that small pebble was in my shoe? It may be some personal conflict going on, or some petty communication issues, or maybe some unclear guidelines. Or maybe your people just want you to sit down and listen to them. Look to improve the small things today that'll help you focus on just how far you and your team can go. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this show. If you want to meet some other leaders and learn and grow with them over a 6-week time frame, I want to invite you to join the mastermind group that I'll be leading starting on June 15th. We'll be going through the John Maxwell book, Leaders Shift, over the 6-week period. And we'll be diving in really deep and getting the perspective of all the leaders in the group. Now, the power of a mastermind is so strong, and it's something that all leaders should experience. If you're interested in this, please send me an email to paul@clcteam.com, and I'll get you on the list. This 6-week mastermind will only be $125 and will include the book, a workbook, 6 live Zoom calls, and a private Facebook group to network with all the other mastermind members. This group will be limited to only 20 people, so if you're interested or know of anybody else who may be interested, please let me know as soon as possible. The group will have the live Zoom calls on Monday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And again, it begins on Monday, June 15th. So what are you waiting for? Let's start discovering just how far we can go. Hey, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.